Welcome to day one of making an text generating model from scratch. So, uh, we're making Lina 3.0. My other versions of Lina is available in my GitHub. You can just check that. The link will be in the description. So, first of all, we will make a file as data.py. Okay, then we of course need some data sets. So, let's make some data set like that. Now, let's make some data like who are you? Okay, now for that we will put one response. I am Lina, a text generating model, like that. Now you may ask, why are we putting this? Okay, so I'm putting this so that later on generation, like when it's generating text, uh, like we will put one choice, like it will generate multiple, text, and we will choose one of them which is correct. Uh, what can you do? Let's put here. I can help you solve wait, in solving your mathematical problems and okay, let's just put the full stop here. Who are you? I'm Lina, a text generating model. Or helping you let's just add okay. Now let's put this. Okay, so let me just tell you once again like why did I put this? Okay, like our model will generate text like this. Okay, first of all, we will like enter the prompt. What is your name? Then this is a prompt. Okay, so we will add this sign. Okay, so now our model will understand that. Okay, now it has this sign, so it needs this part of the code. Okay, we need to generate this missing part. Then the model will generate like I am Lina and like a dot. Okay, then after some time, as we have trained this to end the sentence or the answer to the prompt with this dash dash like that, then now if the length is like high, like suppose we want of length 100. Okay, now it was suppose 20 words. Okay, we generated text for 100 words. So what it will do is it will complete this prompt, then it will start off with something new like I was trained then again one more, so like that. Now if we split the text, okay, we will be left with something like this. Okay, we will be left with something like this. So then from there we will choose either this one or the two, like that. So that's why I put this thing here. Now, I have no idea how GPT works, so I'm just trying my own. Like that, we will make some data set. Let me just put it. Okay, so I already have one file that I've been working on. Here's my data.py. It's for 743 lines, some basic responses. Let me just add this one also. Test. Who are you? What can you do? Okay. Now, oh shit, sorry. Uh, data.py. Okay, we will just if this underscore We might need this later. Let me just get some of this basic response. Okay, copy, paste. For now, just don't follow what I'm doing for now. Okay, I will provide the dataset. It will be available at my GitHub. Don't worry. Once the project is finished, I will provide the whole code. For now, you can just create some random dataset of your choice. Just make it meaningful and in this form. Okay, now we have the data. Now we will make the model. Let's make it training.py. Okay, then we will import. So now we are importing necessary models. So we will import TensorFlow STF. Of course, we will need TensorFlow. Then we will from okay, we will import from processing dot text we will import tokenizer. Then from Keras dot processing dot sequence import and sequence. Then from datas. So this data set is smaller, so it will be faster if we train it with this. For now, as we are just testing it, so let's just use the smaller data set. Okay, from datas underscore underscore, we are importing dataset. Okay, now if you have saved from datas.py, just do from datas import dataset. Okay, then our importing is done. We might need some more later, but for now it is done. Then we will tokenize the text. Tokenizing the text. Okay, now let's just define tokenizer as tokenizer. Okay, now here in this tokenizer there's some filter. Okay, let's just have here. Okay, here's some filter by default. It just removes all this filter. Then lower is true. Chart level this. Okay, we're just gonna use means we're gonna change this. Okay, now if you just put it like that, okay, we don't change the filters and all, we will just make all these lowers and there won't be any signs like this or this. Okay, so we're just gonna set the filter to none. Then we will put lower f false so that we can get capital letters like this W, this I. If I don't put that, we will get the answers in lowercase. Okay, tokenization. So we are gonna put tokenizer to fit on text. Okay, so here we have the datas. Okay, dataset. Now we're gonna feed this and convert it into tokens. Feed on text dataset. Okay, now let's just test it. Tokenizer. Let's just see if something is wrong. Okay, and IZ here. Tokenizer. Now we would need the total words, total underscore words. Okay, let's just for total words, we would need the length of tokenizer dot because it was word index. Now we plus one. Now let's print total words. Let's just see. Uh, okay, it's taking some time. Okay, it's 117. Okay, must be 117. What if I try this was what index? Or what index word? Then we are gonna change the both are same. Let's just put the word index then I guess. Okay. Now our tokenizing is done. Okay. Tokenizer dot read on text dataset. Total words. Now we are gonna convert the tokens into sequences. Okay. So let's just put input underscore sequences as this, like this things. Or okay. Then for line in data set, okay, for each line, for each this lines, what we are gonna do is okay. Here I have the previous model I have made. Okay, I used a bit help of GPT for this. Let me just see what was that. It's word index, right? Okay, it's word index. Okay, we are saving the word index. Okay, so let me just save it again. Okay, let's just save the tokenized words. Here in the import, just put import numpy as np. Okay, importing is done. See, here's all the imports for now, and it's tokenizing the text. So it's nothing like it's just saving the tokenized text. Okay, for line in dataset, what it is doing is tokenize list equal tokenize the text to sequence line and zero. Okay, let's just do what was the variable name? It's token list. Just we're just putting the same because we might mess up later. So let's just uh keep it same. Tokenizer the text to sequences. Have we imported? Okay, we don't need. Okay, it's already in tokenizer. We'll put tokenizer dot text to sequences. Okay, for the line and here zero, right? Okay, no, not like that, like this. Okay, now let's print the token. Now why do we put this zero? Let's just try it without that. Okay, now if we don't put that zero, uh, it won't work like this. See, um, here I had not put the zero here. See, it's like two list inside a list. It's a list inside a list, right? See this. Okay, we need the zero. That is this one. That's the zero. Now if we put here one, that's obviously an error because we are choosing the there's only the zeros like the first list. Let me just show zero, uh, one, two. Okay, here again two, zero. Okay, now suppose its name, just put it some random name equal this. Okay, now it's a list inside a list. This is a list inside a list. Now, if I put name zero, you will get this value. Now if I put 1, I'll get this value. Now if I put 2, there's no more values inside here, so it's obviously gonna throw an error. Let's just keep it 0. Okay, now here's the token list. Now for I in range 1, then token list and gram sequence. Okay, for I in range 1, comma, uh, token list. I guess it was land token list, right? Yep, it's the length of it. Now for this one here, now for this, the length of the token list will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10. Okay, now 1 means like skipping this, I guess it was like that. So from 1, 29, 12, 6, this, all that. Okay, for range this. Now let's continue. Here we are putting anagram sequence, uh, token underscore this is to 1 plus 1. Okay, let's just print, put one print, give it a newsletter. So you're gonna put anagram underscore sequence. Okay, here it's taking token list. Let's do 1 plus comma, right? 5 comma plus, okay, it's plus 1 and plus that. Okay, from index 1 to I, let's just do anagram sequence break. Okay, just for the first one, we're not gonna keep it looping. Then what we did was we just appended this. Okay, here you can see it's this, from first index plus I. Okay, so it's like the, here's it's 1, so 1 plus 1, then this. Okay, it converted it into sequences for training the model. Input under sequences dot append, we're appending n-gram sequences. Okay, now we've converted the tokens into sequences. Now if this is done, and if we try printing the input sequences, okay, oh my god, low power is loading, so let's just see what's next. Making the sequence into equal length. Okay, here you can see it's the sequences of text like this. Okay, it's the sequences of text. Now we are making the sequences into equal length. Cutting, making the sequences into equal length. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna find the max sequence. Okay, we're gonna find the max sequence length from input sequences, right? See, input sequences, uh max length x for x in input sequences. Now here what it is doing is, so for x in input sequences means for all the lists or all the sequences, you see, it's inside this input sequences. Okay, all the list inside this input sequences, this is a list, all the list like this, 2 comma 1 20, sorry, it's 27, 27 comma 1, 27 comma 1 comma 40. Okay, now it's gonna find the longest one and find its length, finding the highest sequence length of all the sequences. I wrote it here. Now it's doing input sequence is equal to waiting sequences max length, uh, input sequences. Okay, it's just making it into equal length, so let's just make it input sequences equal to, now we are gonna do paired sequences. Okay, so what does paired sequences takes in as parameters? It takes input sequences, that is this. Okay, like it takes it, oh great, okay, it takes in all this. So let's just put here input sequences. Okay, then we need the max sequence length, max length, max sequence length. Then it takes another parameter, that is uh, pre, like padding, it takes padding. Okay, it takes padding. Okay, so there are two types, one is pre and one is post. Here I've explained it. Let's just put the padding. Padding is pre. Now what this pre does is, like suppose I have two lists of unequal length. Okay, it's the sequences of unequal length. Okay, so it's, suppose it's like that for 20, and this is like 12, and this is 15. Okay, now they are of unequal length. Now what tree does is it adds zeros before this. Okay, so now they are of equal length. You can see it's 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 equal length. In this case it's 2 4. Here you can see 3 like that. Now for post, what it does is it adds zeros at the end. Okay, so for text generating model, the pre is best. Okay, because it needs to find out the next word, right? So that the making sequences into equal length. Next, what we have is creating predictors and levels. It's okay. I have also explained one here. Extract all but the last token as predictor. Extract the last token as level. Okay. Let's just copy paste it. Let's make making predictors and levels. Okay. Now here input sequences. So it's starting off from index and it's doing index minus the final minus one, I guess it was like that. Extract all but the last token as predictor. Now let's just try it in another file, test.py. Okay, for explanation purpose. Now let's set up a little list, my list here, like that. Okay, inside this we have some values like that. Let's just put it 22. So it actually looks like a sequence, right? It's generating model, something like that. Okay, so it's a lot list inside a list. Now it was like list on list. Okay, now we are uh gonna print. Right, let's just do like this last my list from this and this minus one. What if we run it? Must be teacher not not slices. Okay, something must be wrong. Is it right? No, what's wrong? Is it the space? No, put it. This is a mess. It's not. It's a distance side it is right. So what's mm, this is this. Yes, it's the same. Slices. One, eight, last. Let's just do this. Okay. This one. Okay. So what's the error here? What if I try this? No triplets. What expense is this? It's the same, so what's wrong here? Let's just try it here. So now it's not taking the last one. Oh no, what's the error here? It's saying type error list indicator must be integer slices, not to pull. What you mean to pull isn't this a list? Okay. Okay, this one. Two, and leave it. Okay. It's just like taking the middle part from start, like this. You're not taking the last part. It's like that. I don't know what's the error with that one. What else? Extract the last token the level. Last token. The last okay, for this is the last one. So let me just show this one. I hope this works. It's not. If we just put -1. The last level. Okay. Mm, it's done. Let's we convert it into vectors. Okay, we convert the levels into vectors to categorical. Okay, like for crowd base, cat base. Here's the explanation. So for now, the video ends here. Wait for part 2, or maybe it's on my channel. Just check it out. Thanks for watching.